Bacon time.
Burger.
Welcome back, gang. Timer set. We are tackling another Gordon Ramsay recipe, bacon cheeseburgers, and don't they look good? But it's really not about the burger here, it's about the sauce. The sauce is the boss. A rarity for this channel, I've actually made these burgers 3 times now because they've been so requested in my home. And as you can see, I've started slicing some potatoes to make some homemade chips. I don't know why I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but here in Vietnam, I just don't have the right potatoes to make a great French fry, and I want something crispy, so I'm gonna go through the trouble to make my own homemade chips. Right now, I'm knocking out garnish for the burger with a bit of lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, and some sliced gherkins. You know, the essentials for a great homemade burger. We also want a little simple side salad, so I've grated up some carrots, whacked a few cherry tomatoes in half, and tossed it with a bit of mixed greens and called it a day. And as always, on this channel, stick around for our pain in the ass rating to find out if this recipe from Gordon Ramsay is worth your time and money. And of course, a taste rating. Who cares if it's simple if it's not good? As we're continuing our journey to reinvigorate your home, dinner, and lunch rotations with our golden playlist, the best of the best recipes for the family. Now, what I'm doing here is making my own relish. You won't have to do this if you can get your own relish, but I can't find it here. I'll chop up these gherkins with a bit of Korean corn syrup to get that sweetness and texture I need to replicate relish. Gordon's sauce, which I'm pretty sure he stole from McDonald's Big Mac, we're gonna need 150 grams of mayonnaise, 4 tablespoons of relish, which I just wanna note, I chopped perfect amount, nailed it. 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon sweet paprika, and 2 teaspoons of mustard, which I saved for the end so I didn't have to wash my teaspoon. I'll mix that all up, but wish I had put this in a bigger bowl. Once mixed, I'll just toss this to the side and keep going because for some reason I am moving like molasses today. As you guys have seen, we've been keeping a timer going, and that's to show you realistically how long these recipes take, which includes me cleaning up as I go, moving cameras, tending to my newborn baby, real life shit you'll deal with when you cook. I season the meat per Ramsay recipe. I normally only season the outside of the burger, so I'm happy to learn something from Gordon here because I think it does make a difference. And you saw I slapped my meat into a bowl. That's something I learned at a country club back in the day when I was on an externship culinary school, and it's just stuck with me. I think it creates a better sear and helps the burger hold up. You might see it's been 37 minutes. I don't know why. I'm just getting my butt kicked in the kitchen today, and I'm also aware that the most recent shots have all been out of focus. But you know what they say, sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you.
That's some kind of Eastern thing?
Far from it, dude. I've started my first batch of chips, and I'll go with my burgers, nice hot sear, but I forgot to add a little bit of oil, so I'll add that before my second one goes in. I'm using a non-stick griddle pan that I didn't even mean to buy. It just came in this set that I saw for a great deal, and I love this thing. After 3 minutes on a nice medium-high heat, you'll want to flip over and cook another 3 minutes on the other side. I should note that I'm using a mix of ground pork with my ground beef. The beef we get here is a bit too lean in my opinion, so I like to add the ground pork to fatten it up a bit. Plus it makes it cheaper for me as ground beef is expensive in Vietnam. So with the ground pork in here, I'm gonna cook these all the way through. You know, you make your burger medium, rare if you're a psycho, whatever. A few batches in, I've made a mess already with these chips. Be very careful when you do your own chips at home. They can be dangerous. I think this is the last time I deep fry anything for the channel without a dedicated deep fryer. So please like and subscribe so I can get that deep fryer of my dreams. These burgers look good and are coming out. You can see that after the 3-minute sear on the second side, I covered the burgers with a lid and cranked the heat down to let them finish up with the cheese on them to melt. I'll have to go in with the second batch of burgers since I'm stubborn. I wanted to use my non-stick griddle and not a bigger pan, but we could say that this should be done now in an hour. And that's with me going slow today. So you should be able to knock this out really easily in under an hour, which I'm sure everyone is making burgers at home already, but maybe this is just a different style for you to try, and you should definitely try this burger sauce, which we're gonna give a taste rating soon. The reason I made the burger today is because my baby mama told her nephew I would cook him up a burger, and it got him all excited because I made these 2 times in the last month and they are loving it, so she wanted him to try it, which is gonna be funny to watch. But first, our PETA rating on the burgers and the sauce. This is a very down-to-earth burger recipe, and the sauce is made with standard ingredients that nearly every person will have in their home. The cleanup is fine, cost is normal, and time is good. I just sucked it up today personally. This shouldn't take you as long as it did me, and I can't even blame it on the chips, but we won't cry over slow cooks on this channel. Pita rating, 0 out of 10. Very easy burger to tackle during the week or weekend. Isn't that great? It's just way too big for him. I would have made him a slider, but I couldn't find the buns for it. Luckily, his dad helps him cut it up and he goes to the fork method. My burger is super saucy because I needed to have the sauce dripping to emphasize it on the thumbnail, so it's a bit messy here. But this sauce is a lot like a tangier Thousand Island, a bit thinner, and the pickled relish in there is so nice, and I love the vinegar. I like that tanginess. I used American cheese over Gordon's recommended cheddar or Monterey Jack just because that was easier. So taste rating, 9 out of 10. This burger has been requested over and over again since I first made it, so that tells you something about how good this is. Give it a try. This sauce is boss, and see you in the next one.